Hello everyone, today I'd like to talk to you about a fragrance from the house État Libre d'Orange, and I have this little decant here. I've had it for quite some time, but it definitely is the moment now to talk about it. We will talk about Like This, and I guess we'll be talking about Tilda Swinton turned into a fragrance. Okay, so I have been curious about this fragrance for quite some time. This is not a new fragrance, this is not a new launch. However, I just didn't come across this at any point up until now. But finally, I will be able to give you my kind of first impressions on what this smells like if you haven't been able to smell them, or if simply you need another person on the internet telling you what to think. Okay, so let's see. Oh god, this is so beautiful. This is so ethereal. It's I don't even know what I'm smelling, but the whole impression is of something very very quick. It's so I don't know if mercurial is the term, but definitely inspired by quickness and fragility, and it's something that appears and disappears very suddenly. It's very colorful and very spicy. I don't know what I'm smelling. It's sort of fruity, it's sort of bitter, sort of like coffee. So it's a fruity, coffee-like bitter smell that has almost peppery, almost gingery. I'm sorry. I don't know if there's ginger listed as a note here. It probably is. I mean, if I were to create a fragrance inspired by Tilda Swinton, I would definitely. I'm sorry, but it's just so funny. But it's right there. Why not use it? Oh my god, it's so beautiful, and I've smelled nothing like this. There's nothing. I think that for the very first time, or this is one of the very few times that I'm actually stumbled where I cannot find any reference to give you to what I'm smelling. It's like nothing I've ever smelled before. And you know what that means when there's something you never, for a crazy collector guy. This is something I would very much like to own, for the sheer fact that it's unrecognizable. It's nothing I've smelled. But that coffee, either it's coffee, maybe it's cardamom, it's definitely a sort of bitter, nutty, I mean, trying to describe the coffee smell, right? There's something there, and it's so beautiful. And just for having to say something about this, it does remind me of the coffee note that you can find in Iris Torrefier from Guerlain, in the sense that it's not obvious coffee, it's just a hint of the roasty something, the as I said, as I tried to describe it earlier. It's, oh god, this is so beautiful. Oh, listen to me gush over this. Okay, so let's open up some sort of page for this. Okay, Fragrantica. It's fine. It's perfect. Okay, so the notes I see on Fragrantica, which of course I should have checked the official website for this, and I probably will. The official notes are pumpkin, immortelle, ginger, of course, tangerine, heliotrope, musk, vetiver, neroli, and rose. But this is one of those fragrances where the result, or it's not the result, but the whole is much more than the sum of its parts. So definitely, when I try to concentrate on any of these, I cannot. I maybe get hints of the musky, heliotrope. I'm trying to isolate them, but it's just not. I'm not succeeding. I'm not succeeding in doing that, because the whole is so much powerful as an entity of its own. It has its own life. It simply will not be pulled apart, except for that strange, ethereal, fresh ground coffee smell, which is not listed there, but which is, I guess, so intense for me. This is I'm beyond words. This is so gorgeous. Tell me in the comments if you know this fragrance, if you like this fragrance, if you know anything else about it, and especially tell me if you agree with me that this is so out of this world beautiful. Because when you look on the notes, if I were to see the notes for this one, it would definitely, I would definitely want to smell this, because I would see the pumpkin and the immortelle, ginger, tangerine, heliotrope, and I would definitely be caught into experiencing this, because it's the notes seem quite unusual. However, nothing can prepare you for what you're going to smell. And the color impression for this is, as I said, it's very colorful, it's very vivid, it's very bright, it's nuances of yellow and reds, and of course the deep browns of the coffee, and the kind of faded autumn leaf green. This is, oh god, like, this fragrance screams autumn for me. It's just so, it's warm, spicy, it's so, and that tangerine gives it the sort of familiar cold season touch, if you know what I mean. And there is an underlying familiarity to all of this. For some reason, when I'm smelling this fragrance, I am smelling État Libre d'Orange. I don't know why. There's kind of something that takes me to Ghost in the Shell. I'm guessing it's the musky warmth, very fragile feel that it has. And there are, oh, so finally I can detect some immortelle, because I get this almost pungent, almost trying to liberate itself, sort of dry tobacco smell, dry hay / tobacco smell, which is bitter and herbal. Oh my. So yeah, this is why I try to not smell them in advance, because I guess the surprise just wouldn't be there anymore. And this is why I keep fragrances for so much time before actually getting a chance to talk about them. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm curious as to what the heliotrope will do in this, because I don't get any shades of blue. I don't get anything powdery, especially, right? But I do get a sense of ampleness, a sense of fullness. This fragrance is very full. It's as fragile as it appears. It's very corporeal. It has a presence, right? It's definitely there. And it is quite potent, mind you. But again, it's elusive as I'm trying to concentrate on things. I'm trying to concentrate on the immortelle now, but it fades away. And it, again, there's that very unique signature of the whole, the entirety of this fragrance, the imprint, the olfactive imprint. It's just so powerful, and I guess it's easy to recognize right now. But I'm not able to liken it to anything, which is interesting. Then again, I'm not, my fragrance library, the fragrance library that I have in my head, my entire fragrance knowledge isn't that, large. So definitely there has to be something there. But yeah, it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And I guess it's very comforting, it's very relaxing. It's a fragrance that I would definitely like to wear in the colder months of the year. Then again, I think it has this fresh spiciness to it that would make it very appropriate for warm weather as well. But there is something here. There's an underlying thing. There's an underlying sense of familiarity, which only adds to my liking of the fragrance. I don't know how to explain this. It's like smelling something you've been unknowingly looking for in a fragrance, if that makes sense. It is very, very beautiful, but I've said this many times. So I will have to leave it like this. Yeah. I am very curious as to where this fragrance might take me later. If you are curious, write to me in the comments, and I will try to answer you as best I can. So until next time, just remember that fragrance creates memories, and may yours be happy.